Well.
Hello, everybody. I think today is what they call a Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday. So, first of all, gotta make an apology. I apologize for the people on Monday who I said that I was gonna have an exclusive show on Tuesday, round 3. That was my plan. But I started doing taxes, and the taxes just kind of got like overwhelmed where I'm still not 100% completely done with the taxes. But anybody who lives in America knows that taxes aren't something. I don't know how every country does it, but here in America, you pay taxes out of your paychecks. You buy things depending on the state you live in. You pay taxes. So a lot of places, you pay taxes. I mean, that's just it's just where it is. But then, so you're thinking, at the end of the year here in America, you're thinking at the end of the year, you should technically kind of be done, right? No, you're not done. You still got to file your taxes. You still got to put everything in there. You got to put this and that. You just got to put crap on there, and you might go and do your taxes thinking, well, this year, hopefully I get something back. That's what you hope for. But then, depending on what changes in the tax bracket that they do, you might owe money
every year
taxes.
changes something new.
So it's so weird. It's like, I'm kind of in the camp where I know a lot of people think some politicians were crazy in the past when they're running for president, saying we should do a set tax. One tax for everybody, one tax number.
Yeah.
You pay this tax, and then you're done. You don't have to file for taxes at the end of the year. No, of course, nobody wants that. We don't do that. The tax system is built where the rich people can write off all the taxes on whatever they call losses. See, what people don't understand is usually major businesses, they own like more than one business. So one of the tricks that a lot of these big business do is, some people used to ask, well, how do these furniture stores or how do these comic book stores even stay alive? Not all, but how do some of these stores even exist? I never see anybody in there. Well, a lot of times these businesses are owned by bigger companies, and they use these small businesses on purpose for losses. So they claim all these losses, so they pay nothing. So people like us poor people, we're paying everything. We're paying all these taxes because we got nothing to write off. We don't have
tax write-offs, man. They're the old mafia classic mafia tax write-offs. I remember we have an Uncle Johnny. He passed away, but our Uncle Johnny had a house that he was renting. It was on property with grapes. We lived in grape country. And he would have to pay in cash to this one guy who owned the house, which was a gangster, who owned a little restaurant. And he also owned, Johnny said he also owned furniture stores. And we were like, but there's nobody in the store. It's in the middle of the valley with farmers, and nobody buys new furniture. Nobody in the stores. He's like, oh, well, that's tax write-offs from their gangster money.
They laundry money. They laundry money through their. It's a perfect system. It's kind of sad in a lot of ways because you're going through a weird year, right? Even if you agree with it or not, everybody's going through a weird year where jobs are being lost. All this kind of stuff. I'm not saying what's right or wrong, what's real or not, but the fact is everybody's hurting with jobs. Now you got to do your taxes, and your taxes, you might actually owe money, so you might even feel more like shit.
Well, people got to tax their you should know that if you're collecting unemployment, people got to pay them taxes for unemployment. They're paying
unemployment even has it when you file for unemployment. It says, "Do you want your tax taken out now, or you want to do it later?" I always say now,
Yes,
because if you do it later, you're gonna end up owing more money, and it's a headache that you shouldn't have to have.
yeah. You know what's funny? Eric? People are gonna get these stimulus checks. They're going to get their stimulus checks, and they're lowering the bracket now to 75,000. It's no longer over 150,000. It's 75,000. Soon as they get their bracket or get their money, they're going to have to pay it in taxes. They got to pay it. All their money's going to be gone. You are not going to win. There's no winning here. Yeah. Sorry, Pete.
Luckily I still got kids under 18, so I get a tax credit for some kids, right? Your kids, that's kind of sad, right? Why you have kids? Well, they're good tax credit.
Tax credit. So bad.
It is bad.
What's up, guys?
It's a headache that nobody needs. It's just like, can we just go to a flat rate? Do a flat rate. Take out a percentage, like it or not, take it out so I don't have to worry about the end of the year. Yes, it's nice. You might get some back, but if you do something wrong, you might owe too. So
remember originally, Eric, it was the government is not supposed to intervene with anything. The government, it's your state that's only supposed to intervene. Your state, you're supposed to be taxed by your state. You're paying for your state roads, you're paying for your state funds. It's state, but now we pay more taxes to the government, and now you got these fucking fat asses sitting on these graybacks, I call them, sitting in there, the old curmudgeons making fucking bank, man. So Tom, or was it Cruz, or whatever the fuck his name is, Cruz can go on holiday in Mexico during storms,
and then Cruz will probably write it as a write-off, saying he did work over there. It was work related because he was, and really all you got to do is once you get off the plane in Mexico, make a phone call to your office. You say, I was working. This was a working vacation, and probably it'll all be like tax deductible and covered. It's just now some states like Washington, we pay higher gas tax and all that because we don't get state taxed. So we don't have to file state tax at the end of the year because everything is taxed like high. So like gas could be $1.80 in one state, and it'll be like $2.80 here because that's where we pay more masses of our taxes. I mean, alcohol is taxed. Shit. In the city of Seattle, listen, I got two Costcos. Get this. I got a Costco that way that's, I don't know, 8 miles away. And I got another Costco over here that's 8 miles away. Now, if I go to this Costco, it's actually in the borderline of Seattle. So if I buy a case of soda, I got to pay sugar tax. So in this Costco, they don't even when you buy when you go to Costco, you usually buy a hot dog and you get a soda. Yeah. Well, this Costco, considering Seattle, you can't get a regular soda. They don't even sell sodas no more because of the tax. You can only get diet. If you like diet, you're good to go. You can't get a regular soda. So if I go this Costco, that's 8 miles in a different direction. There is no sugar tax. I could get a soda there. So it's just it's even so messed up on what where store you're gonna go. Oh, don't go to this store because that's in the Seattle center and you're gonna pay sugar tax. But if you go to the one over here, you don't. it's crazy.
Same in England, dude. They have food taxes. Yeah, all the machines are non-sugar, the sugar-free. There's a machine. I usually bring in my own Cokes. Gypsy, I bring in my own Coke. Like I walk into Costco with my own drink.
Yeah. I know. There's probably somebody watching us right now in the chat saying, well, you shouldn't be drinking sugar water anyway. Oh, shut up. Everybody, you have every right to eat whatever you want, drink what you want, and nobody should tell you what you should eat or drink. So screw everybody who thinks, well, you should be drinking this anyway. Whatever. Yeah. Whatever. And then
they turn around and die.
I'm losing. We got some more people came in. Sketches. There's Tony, Hobbs, Scott, Robert, Tom, Exposing the Wicked. I'm losing my faith in people. Um, I'm losing my faith. I'm trying not to, but I went into Reddit to horror chat. I love horror movies, and there's that there was that movie you and I actually did a review on with Kevin Bacon. Not Stir of Echoes. It's the same director. What was Hey, have you left? What the fuck is called? What the, God?
Stir of Echoes?
No, it's the same director of Stir of Echoes. It was the one that just came out. Hold on a second. I hate when you had it, and it somehow today's been crazy. Okay, I went to make some coffee, and I guess I didn't have my coffee cup on correctly, and coffee got spilled everywhere. So it's not. It hasn't been a weird normal day, but here it is. Hold on. What I'm talking about is where is it? Okay. You Should Have Left. Okay, there's a movie called You Should Have Left, and the same director directed the movie Stir of Echoes. So this movie was also directed by the same guy, and I was in the chat saying, God, that movie sucked. I had high expectations, and the movie just blows. And some guy goes, well, dude, first of all, I saw your guys' videos. You guys suck. You're not a critic. You're not a critic. And I'm sitting like, well, hold on. I'm like, dude, hold on. Well, what's a critic anyway? I mean, a critic is an opinion of a movie, which we all have. No, you guys are false. You guys aren't a real critic. So since I am not considered a real critic, does that mean that I shouldn't have an opinion on a movie? And if I did have an opinion, that's, for example, I saw Monster Hunter. Movie sucks. So what if a critic of your choice, I don't know, from Hollywood, I don't know, maybe Robert and Ebert's still alive, and they love Monster Hunter. So does that mean I should have to take my hate for the movie and say I like it because these guys like it? Listen, if you got an opinion, Bob, of a movie, you're a critic.
Yeah. I don't want to be a critic because what's those guys' name? Hubert again? What's his name? What's the name of those two guys again?
Who?
Well, yeah. They had a horrible life. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and one of them had a horrible life, I guess a heart attack or whatever, some weird shit. Then the other one had like a cancer in the mouth, face, throat. He's all fucked up. I'm like, they got cursed, man. I'm just a movie opinion nerd. I'm not usually a critic.
And then this guy goes, well, have you been to film school? I'm like, whoa. Have I been to film school? Hold on. I'm like, dude, hold on. I go, have you ever been to college? I'm like, have you ever been to college? Listen, I have a college degree in business and IT network. And Bob, you have a college degree in anthropology, right?
Yeah.
When you go to college, every single class you take is not the subject that you got your degree on. It is not all on IT network. You got to take math. You got to take history. You got to take all these classes. And then you take a few classes of your subject, and that's the degree you get in. A lot of people change their degrees in school. So people think that people go to film school, they just don't take all film classes. They got to take every other kind of class along with it. And then to get a degree, you take certain classes towards that. That's why some people have 2-3 degrees, because they take the amount of classes they needed. But to take this one class, you have to take an A or a B or a C to be able to even take this one class. So let's not pretend that all because you go to a film school, that automatically makes you a professional.
No,
and it's just crazy. Like,
film school people.
Do I have to work for Hollywood to say my opinion matters? Do I? Look, Bob's frozen. Look at your phones. I mean, I'm serious. What? I have to work in Hollywood? So like, okay, I'm gonna call up my good buddy, my good buddy, my good buddy Richard, right? My good buddy Richard. He worked in Hollywood, CFM. I'll call him up, say, hey, dude, how can I be a professional critic? Oh, I gotta work for Hollywood. Oh, I gotta be part of the agenda of Hollywood to be able to give an opinion that matters. Okay, well, I don't know. it's just people. I'm losing faith because I think there's, maybe I'm wrong, Bob, but I think there's a percentage of people that's living in this world now that has to have people tell them how to think. And I'm thinking you got to have a title. You got to have some kind of a professional title now for you to be able to follow somebody. I mean, it's like if you don't have a title, then you don't know what you're talking about, even though you do know what you're talking about. Because you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to show, first of all, let me show this for a second.
Isn't douchebag a title? How about douchebag? Is that a title?
It's just
douchebag.
Hold on a second. Does my opinion count? And my opinion, whose opinions are more important? But here, let me show this. First of all, I want to thank some of you guys who gave me your input of some of your favorite movies, because I'd rather hear your guys' opinions versus anybody who's considered a professional critic. So
I'm critic my ass.
So look. So hold on. I'm going to gypsyroad.live, and I'm going to go to top box office horror sci-fi. Give me a second.
Movies.
Okay, here we go. Now, people from YouTube, I told you guys, if you tell me some of your movies that you guys like, I'm going to make a category just for you guys. And I made a category. Wolfen was actually nominated to me. Not actually nominated.
Nominated for the next.
By Tomicon. Tomicon says he loved Wolfen.
Yeah.
The Thing was recommended to me. I got that up here. The Thing. This is YouTube friends. The Haunting. Bob, you gave me a choice. You gave me Donnie Darko. And somebody else emailed me saying, hey, dude, Shaun of the Dead. So there you go. You have Wolfen, The Thing, The Haunting, Donnie Bronco, and every week this will change. So anybody in the chat, if you guys have a horror movie that you like, you let me know. I'll put it on my website, and every movie you recommend, I'll have a trailer window for it, so you even watch the trailer. Now, like I said, I'm not a professional critic, but Bob, almost every Friday night, I do go to movies. Me and my wife, we go to movies. We have fun. Going to movies for us, for cheap people, is a cheap way of having fun. So we have AMC A-list cards. We pay like $20 a month. We see 3 movies a week. So what I'm doing now is, if you go to welcome to the Matrix home theater, Friday night movie dates. The last 4 movies that I went and saw just recently, I have it up here. So if any of you guys want to know if I saw a movie just recently, you can come here and you can see the last 4 movies that I saw. I saw The Marksman. Actually, Bob was there too. Marksman, and I give you guys my real opinion. The movie is a poor version of the movie Logan. Action very low, and I needed a lot of soda and candy just to stay awake. Actually, Bob needed a lot of candy awake because he fell asleep in this movie. So if Bob fell asleep, this is not a good movie. So The Marksman, and I put my recommendation is wait for rental at best. Then on February 19th, my wife and I saw a movie called Land. It was actually decent. Beautiful sceneries. A woman who lost her wife, a woman who lost her husband and kids. She went to live in the woods to find herself again, which I was actually entertained. I was like, wow. My recommendation is a first week rental. You know, I'm not telling you to go to the movies to see it. It's a first week rental. Now, last Friday, I went and saw Monster Hunters. Now, this is what I thought of Monster Hunters. You can take this with a grain of salt. You don't have to believe me on this or not. This movie just sucks ass. Very stupid and lame. I don't give this movie a free pass just because it's a video game. It should have been better. My recommendation, because now at the end of this, I always going to put my recommendation. So my recommendation is don't see this movie and ask the theater to pay you to see this piece of crap. So that's my recommendation of Monster Hunters. Ask the movie theater to pay you. Now I'm going to give you guys a shocker. This Monday, my wife worked her ass off over the weekend. Worked her ass off. So Monday night, we decided to go to the movies. Why not? You know, we get 3 free movies a week. And look, all right, Monster Hunter was awful. I was so bummed out. They screwed it up so badly. Thank you. That movie sucked ass. So I actually went to the movies, and my wife and I decided there wasn't really. There's not like a whole lot to go see. But I said, well, there's that Tom Hanks movie called News of the World. All right, and I mean, you know, News of the World. I don't know. It might, you know, let's just go see it. Take a chance. And this is what I wrote. This movie was a huge surprise for me. This was a fantastic movie and beautiful to look at. I had fun watching this, and there's so much to take away from this movie. So my recommendation is go watch this on the big screen, because you can actually rent this. Huh? Did I lose Bob? I think I might have lost him. That's weird. So I went and saw this movie, and I was like, damn, this movie is actually, it was actually good. Tom Hanks, wow, pulled this one out of his ass. There's Bob. Yeah, this movie shocked me. It was the plot is simple. I mean, it's a simple plot. He's a man that basically he goes to town and reads newspapers to towns, because it was right after the Civil War. The South lost, and most people in this era don't know how to read, you know, and not just know how to read, right? So the rich people are the ones that gets educated. So a lot of these newspapers, they're written by educated people, where even if you know how to read, you don't know some of the language of some of these like big time writers. So he reads it where everybody understands it. And of course, going to town, he finds a girl that was raised by Indians. Even though the Indians killed her family, they kept her. So it's like him on a journey of taking her back. I'm not going to give you the whole story, but on this journey, I mean, you know, when you want to break down a movie, you want to decode a movie, I always say you should watch the whole movie first, then watch it again to decode it. But this movie was so fun in a way where you can actually watch it and decode it at the same time.
Nice.
Because it was weird, because it was showing society that sometimes what you're reading is you don't know what you're reading, and it's nice to have somebody to explain it to you so you can understand it, right? Yeah. That you can decode that with watching the news, you know, Fox, CNN, they'll take the news and they'll take it and rewrite it the way it works for them, right? So and this movie shows like sick pervert kind of people that wants to steal the kid from her. So they're willing to kill him to take the girl. I mean, so the movie shows, you know, there's a cool battle scene about him versus these 3 people who are just creeps, right? So it kind of tells you about real life, how you got to watch who you're around with, because there's a lot of evil people around you, you know, kind of sick people, right? And then during the movie, right, Bob, he goes into a town that this guy stops them on the road and says, "Who are you?" And he explains he reads papers. Oh, well, I'm going to take you to my town. You're going to read to my people, but you're not going to read your newspapers. You're going to read the one that we wrote. So the code there is we don't want the people in my town to know the truth. We're going to write the truth where they're going to stay working for me. They're going to stay as zombies. And that's almost like what's going on in the real world, right? Everybody rewrites their own story. CNN rewrites it. Fox rewrites it. So what's the hell?
Yep.
What's the truth? What's the truth? And of course, in the cool scene is he decides to, fuck this guy. I'm going to read these people of what's really going on in the world. And he does, and these people are enjoying it. But the guy who's like made himself, I don't know, mayor, is like, no, you stick to my writing. You stick to my story. And so he caused like a riot in this town because people are dying for the truth. They're getting tired of being fed by the people who are taking over the town. It's kind of like a Walking Dead kind of a thing where people are making themselves leaders. So this movie has a lot of different versions, right? Different decodes. And then he thinks he's doing a good thing, right? He's going to take the girl back to the only family they have left. And when he's looking at this, the family has left. Now this guy and the family, like aunt, uncle, owns like a big land. And, they're from Germany. They have rules of this work. And they basically, they'll take the girl in, but they're kind of like mean. Not like they're mean on purpose, but they don't understand that this girl doesn't know how to really speak English. She was being raised by Indians. She has PTSD in a lot of ways. And they're not understanding PTSD. So when he goes back to get her, they had her tied up to a rope because she kept like taking off and wouldn't work. So they tied her up in a rope, a little kid. Because it's telling you how society don't understand that people have PTSD. So it's not an easy, this is how you do it. Some people seen a lot because this guy's character, Tom Hanks, he plays a character that was he was a captain in an army. So he's seen a lot of stuff, and he lost his wife while he was serving. So, he was having like some PTSD. So in a lot of ways, it was like, he has PTSD. This girl has PTSD. And together they kind of understand each other. Where other people don't understand because they have never gone through the same crap. So when I was watching this, I'm like, damn, I got a lot of shit out of this movie. This is actually, it was a sleeper. Now,
he was, he's a truth dropper, remember?
Yeah.
All his movies are truth drops.
It's a truth drop movie. Now, if you're going into this movie thinking you're going to watch Young Guns, like all this shooting, you're going into the wrong movie. This is not the Lone Ranger. This is a movie like what Tom Hanks usually does best is he does a lot of truth drops in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't find him evil. I don't give a fuck what fucking people talk about. Nobody has control in who you are and how you present things. If you're chosen to present the truth, you don't know. You're not picked by the cabal to be that messenger. You're just picked by the living fucking universe to be that person. He hasn't eaten no babies that I'm aware of, but so I like Tom Hanks in movies. I'm not going to put the guy down. A lot of his movies do have continuity errors. It keeps changing for a lot of people. So it's unusual, but it's sounding like a good movie. I want to watch it.
Yeah, I was shocked. It kind of another truth. All of Tom Hanks' movies, whether you like them or not, have a lot of meaning, sub meanings. It does. And I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Usually you catch a lot of meanings on a second watch, but it has a pace where you can actually think through the movie because it's not like pure super action. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're actually figuring it out hands on. And now I know if I watch it again, I'll probably get even more. Kind of a movie where it'd be fun to do a breakdown once everybody sees it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of good messaging in this movie. So we got a lot of people that just jumped in. Sketches, maybe some Mandela, City of the Nile, I thought I saw. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought I saw. I did. Good. Our good friend, Little Fizzy Pop. Watch Lock and Key. Watch Lock and Key on Netflix. You know what? I saw that on Netflix, but I actually have not watched Lock and Key on Netflix.
What is that? Well, I don't know. I don't care.
I kind of remember. I think it's a Fizzy Pop. Isn't that kind of like a one of those young teenager kind of a movie, like those sci-fi like animals in I don't know.
Dime a dozen kind of movies.
I don't know what do you call those
movies.
It's hard to kind of Lock and Key.
Yeah, I think
here.
I think I looked. It's another one of those. I'm so tired of these fucking teeny beanie dummies movies. I can't watch them, man. And even my old movies have changed so much that I can't stand them.
They fight demons with keys. Yeah. But it's young adults fighting.
No, I like grizzly old dudes kicking ass.
Let's see. Lock and Key.
Anorexics walking around.
Lock and Key.
Anorexic. Watch me make a movie.
It's kind of a teen movie, and it's they fight demons and creatures. And
if they didn't, there's the Weinstein couch casting people again. So you got to have the teenagers die for sacrifice movies. So is that another one of those Weinstein couch teenage sacrifice movies where they have to die? It's
on Netflix. You know, it was one of those. Maybe I'll catch it one day. But it's just Bob loves teen movies like High School Musical and The Princess Diaries.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I get popcorn and watch those all the time. Those are the greatest.
Princess Diaries. Princess Diaries.
No, thank you very much. No, thank you.
Princess Diaries. I think Princess Diaries. I think I've seen that. Yes, I seen the Princess Diaries. Yeah, I have a daughter. She watched the first Princess Diary and the second one. It's where I think it's a girl in Queens and she turns out to be a princess, and they come and get her to go back to this country where she's a princess or something. I think it's a Disney movie.
Yeah,
I think it's. Is it a Disney movie?
Definitely a Disney movie. Another casting couch movie.
It is. It's a Disney movie.
Yeah.
What's this? Remember Bob used Teen Spirit deodorant?
I did use Teen Spirit deodorant. Yes, I did. It was sold on the ships in the Navy. They you wouldn't have to bathe for days with that
Gossip Girl.
But it's killing you. Kill you. That stuff is bad.
Gossip Girl. Why?
Oh.
What the hell?
She's playing with you, man. She told me she's playing with you. She's giving you the worst of the movie of the shows, Eric. You don't know them because you didn't watch them, and that's a good thing. But
there's something about Gossip Girl. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Nothing about it.
I don't know.
No, there's nothing about Gossip Girl. No, thank you. No. Didn't Tom Cruise marry one of the girls that was in Gossip Girl, I think? I don't know. It's a little Hollywood circle kind of a show.
Well, Tom Cruise is probably married to everybody.
Well, yeah. Him and his Scientology, probably a gal or something. Or I think he was seeing, what's his name? A guy. I think he's been secretly banging dudes. Well, he's got a pink shirt, so, he ain't cool no more. He fell on his face with the Mandela effects. So he's showing up to be a weak man now, but he wants to go to outer space and film actual his wings in outer space. So
okay.
Maybe he'll find himself in 747 flying to another planet.
I know what's up with Gossip Girl now. I know why. I remember I had some kind of a memory. I know it sounds weird. I have a memory.
What memory?
The one of the girl.
You want to marry Tom Cruise, right?
No. One of the actors, Terry Michael Monson, was the girl that was in the Grinch Who Stole Christmas, but the thing is, I know the Grinch Who Stole Christmas, but the thing is, she's in a band. She's actually in a heavy metal band.
Oh,
and the band's called The Pretty Reckless, and believe it or not, the music is not that bad.
Okay.
And I remember because I remember somebody goes, "Oh, she's an ex actress." Like, "Oh, she's an actress." Then somebody goes and looked at, "Oh, she's an actress for Gossip Girls." I've never even heard of Gossip Girls, but I guess she's an actor. And they go, "Oh, she's also the little girl that's in The Grinch Who Stole Christmas."
Okay.
And then she's in a heavy metal band, The Pretty Reckless.
So she's following the same wake as Johnny Depp, with his failed fucking whatever. Yeah, no. God, I just, after I hear about Hollywood people, I just want to take a shower. It's disgusting. These people are fucking foul. Just, God, I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's kind of.
I like the old shows from way back. I don't know.
Hold on. Is there a Mandela effect here that somebody brought up?
What's that? Is it?
Where is it? I thought Gossip Girl was Gossip Girls. Laugh out loud. You know what? I never watched Gossip Girl, so I don't have a thought. Don't even. I couldn't even. Listen, no, Gossip Girl is one person. Okay.
Okay.
Don't Mandela my show, Rena. Don't Mandela my show. Haha, I never seen the show. I only seen the title. That's about right. That's about right. I never even know the show existed until somebody told me the lead singer of this band was actually, because there used to be a TV show called The Metal Show, and it was actually a good show on VH1 when it was used to play music. And The Metal Show, they interview bands. I don't know, Ace Frehley, and I remember she was on there, and then they said, you came a long way from Grinch to Gossip, now to a metal punk band. You gave up Hollywood, which nobody really gives up Hollywood. These people could go back to Hollywood anytime they want.
Yeah.
So
yeah. We'll get to Cryptids here in a minute, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna get to Cryptid, but hey, Mandela, and all you, I went to Bob's room last night, and because one of the main things a lot of channels have been talking about on Mandela's is new parts and pieces that's coming onto R2D2, and Star Wars was the first movie I ever saw in my life, so I'm really huge in Star Wars. So I when I hear certain things, I like to have fun and I research because I know Star Wars very well. I'm not here to say something is Mandela, something is not. That's up to everybody. Everybody knows my part that C-3PO always had a silver leg to me, always. I even watched it last night. I just watched the version on a 4K version, the very first Star Wars on 4K, because I wanted to see with the cleanup. Even with the cleanup, a lot of the scenes that C-3PO was in, if you don't really stare at it, it does look gold because of the reflection off the other leg, especially when he was on the desert. So I can see where people thought his leg was all gold. But if you think it was never silver, That's up to you. But the reason I was bringing this up right now is this little guy. This little guy. And the reason I'm bringing this up, there's a scene in the Star Wars movie in the desert where this little guy is looking for Obi-Wan Kenobi. He was going up the mountain, and God damn, what do you call those little those little
Ewoks.
sand
No,
creatures? Not Ewoks.
I need a nerd dictionary.
Oh my
Jawas.
God!
Jawas.
Those little
Jawas.
brown guys that picks up the pieces and takes them away.
Jawas.
Jawas.
Yeah, they remind me of modern day
right?
monks.
Right? Okay. Jawas. So if you guys go rewatch this scene, you'll see him going up the mountain, and you'll see this. You'll see exactly like that. But then it'll cut and it goes back to him. That scene, then it's all white. It's all white. That blue and silver wasn't there. But then he gets shot by the Jawas. He falls down, and the silver thing is back. And the reason is they have more than one R2D2 shell. Yeah. He's not a real robot, guys. I know that's a shocker. People in the chat, I know it's a shocker. They use more than one. They have a little guy. I want to use proper words. A little guy that's in this machine. So they use different robots. So one scene, they forgot to color it and it was all white. So it looks like he had nothing. But as soon as he gets shot, that color is back. So if you watch some of these Star Wars movies, sometimes a different shot, they're actually using a different robot, and some of the shapes are a little bit different where I don't know why. Maybe they're not good artists, but it is what it is. And I was telling Bob, look at this. I'm going to look at this. They use different scenes. So if somebody who doesn't like stare at a movie or study it, like maybe some of us do, might only see the part that is white. And then later on saw him again and saw the blue. Like, where'd that come from? You might not, because watch that one scene. You will see it. You will see that one scene. He has this, then it's all white, and then he has the coloring again, but he gets shot.
Yeah, that goes back to my theory about everything is bad now. All the movies are bad. Production is bad. Everything's bad. The props are bad. Everything in this reality. When you rewatch a movie, that's why I'm such a frowny face when it comes to rewatching movies, because they're all bad. Like the Tom Cruise we keep going back to, everyone likes to keep playing with. It's bad now with the pink shirt and those sunglasses. It's Star Wars is bad now because it's not consistent with their one party. Eric says it's blue. The next 2 seconds later, the scene it's not blue, and the next scene it's like I could just see bad production now. It's just bad. It's bad.
Now I'll try to get what she means here. His head was white for me, but it's silver. What part? Are you talking about R2D2 or C3PO? What was white, but it's silver? I'm curious.
Star Wars.
Yeah. It's interesting because people forget that the original trilogy. Yeah. Hey, my buddy John Torres. I have the original that was produced by CBS Fox. CBS used to be owned by Fox News before Fox sold off CBS. This is the original, like uncut, nothing's done with it. So I have all the cuts. So I watch now. If you're gonna ask me about
13, by the way.
If you're gonna ask me about the Darth Vader part when he says, "Luke, I'm your father," I remember him saying, "Luke," plain and simple. But the silver leg has always been silver for me. So, like I said, we all had different memories, and that's cool. I mean, it's all right to have different memories. That's all right. But I just wanted to show Bob how sometimes they use different robots as the same robot.
Yeah.
And you might have caught something, but if you watch other scenes, it might look a little different. Oh, she's talking about R2D2.
Oh.
R2D2 had a white head. His head was white for me, but silver. I'll have to.
It has silver in it now. You're saying it has silver in it. Let's take a look. Eric's like, wait, what?
Well, I mean, I have, you know, like I said, I have Star Wars toys. I have one of the toys where
silver in it. I know what she's saying.
Where his leg is silver on this toy.
It is silver.
I mean, and then toy, he's got silver eyes.
I see what she's saying. Huh, hold up your little toy. Hold up your little toy again. I don't want to get into no. Hold up the one, the handheld one, the small one you had in your hand, the original one you had, R2D2.
Oh.
Yeah, let's see his head. It is silver. I just didn't even fathom for a second. It was all white. It is silver. Okay, I'm staying out of this one. I'm staying. You got me on a head scratcher. It was all white. Oh, okay, I'm not gonna jump into this one. So there's one for you guys to gnaw on. That's the new one to gnaw. Eric, do you remember his head being silver or was it white? That's
R2. Hold on. Hold on. Now that's a toy. Now R2. Hold on. That's a
I have to go back.
Now that's a toy. Hold on. Let me look at a live because
maybe Mandela, what are you doing?
Let me look at this because it's hard. It's hard to judge things off toys and comics and books because a lot of comics and books, to save money, instead of giving a C3PO a silver leg, they made them all gold because it's cheaper if they keep them all one color. Believe it or not, if you change one color, Bob, you've been in art pressing. If you change a color, it's more expensive. So a lot of comics and books has them in all gold because it's just cheaper that way. Yeah. And the George Lucas company had no problem with that.
Yeah,
that's where they're making all their money. Now, looking at this,
anything Star Wars, I'm staying the hell away from because they've changed it so many times.
When he looked here, he has a darker silver versus the white. Yeah. And for me, that's the way I remember him always looking. I don't remember him being all white. I remember that the head part was a little darker than the other.
Yeah, I'm staying out of it.
For me.
Yeah.
It made me think. It made me think. It made me.
Well, I could say this. This is all I can give an opinion because again, I can't honestly tell you if it was or not. But I can tell you that all to me, with my eyes, with this new fucking weird ass place, all the colors have changed. So I could just say universally, it's changed colors all up and down. So even the fade on certain things, the luster on other things have changed. Some things are shiny, some things are dull now. I'm staying away from this. That one requires a super nerd to open on that one. That one looks whiter than the other one does, you know.
No, it's a fun look, you know.
I'm staying away from it. Thank you for sharing that because now you got a lot of people going, huh? Do you remember it all white or is it silver? Even if it was probably maybe a blend between silver and white and with no luster, with no shine. I don't remember it shining. Okay, I don't remember the blue being that blue either. That's like an ocean blue. It used to be way different, like a mechanical. I'm staying away from anything Star Wars. Most people, I advise to stay away from the Bible changes unless you've read it. Stay away from Star Wars unless you've been a big fan. Spectrum is definitely different. Yeah, pretty much on all things. That's why Eric was talking about with the other gold guy. It's his gold changed. His colors changed. His shine is different. He was a dull ass fucker. Everything has changed. The colors in general, from head to toe, and everything has changed. So it's throwing your mind off.
There are some things it is different looking. I mean, C3POs like some people remember more wires, and sometimes you look at it black, like more fake. So it is sometimes hard.
If the green light is not
right. When you talk Star Wars, you get a hardcore person, Bob. You get a hardcore person.
Yeah, I'd stay away from.
And when I did that, I don't know if anybody in the chat there, I don't know if any of you watched my show last Friday about comparing Darth Vader to Freddy Krueger, and over the whole weekend, I got so much hate from these nerds. I'm not saying nerds. We're all nerds. Yeah. I got so much hate. Like, Darth Vader is not like Freddy Krueger.
I'm always Darth like, what does it matter?
He was struggling with the light side. Yeah, really? He was struggling when he let the Death Star destroy the whole planet? Yeah, he was struggling when he was choking his wife. Yeah. He was struggling when he was choking his own people, choking worker, killing everybody, and killing kids. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was struggling, all right. And then yesterday, Bob, again, another person's like, yeah, but Freddy Krueger wasn't the chosen one. Darth Vader was the chosen one. And then I'm like,
what?
I'm like, was he really the chosen one now? Well, hold on. Darth Vader was supposed to be the chosen one if he killed the Emperor. Guess what, guys? In Star Wars,
we'll get the
Rise of Skywalker. Guess what? The Emperor is not dead.
Yeah.
So if the Emperor is not dead, then Darth Vader did not kill the Emperor, so he is not the chosen one. So what about that one? Well, they just rewrote it. Well, no.
Yeah, since
I guess he's not the chosen one. The Emperor's lived. Now somebody says, yeah, but they brought him back with the Force. They didn't say that in the movie. They didn't say how he survived.
Yeah,
it was in a book. I'm like, dude, hold on. Books, I don't give a shit if people say, well, that book is canon. Books and comics are not 100% canon. They're not. So
no, ever since I saw
it doesn't count.
Ever since I saw John Wayne wearing a woman's colored neckerchief around his neck, my entire world is upside down.
John Torres, he killed a whole tribe of sand people, including the animals and kids. Yeah, where was his struggle there?
Yeah, I'd stay away. I said, ever since one of my iconic characters, all of my favorite actors have now become very soft males.
Yes, but Medela, yes, but people on this chat on Reddit were going against me saying, no, but Freddy was more. Listen, Freddy killed some people on a street block, and went after the parents of their kids. I'm not saying that's good. That's bad. Darth Vader killed planets. He killed tribes. Yeah. He killed so
planet. He's like, what's his name with the gold, with the hand with the jewels in it? What's that guy's name? The guy with the hand with the jewels in it that was blowing up entire planet or killing everybody on the planets. You know, the Avengers bad guy.
The Avengers, yeah. Thanos. So actually,
worse than Thanos.
The only person you can say that's worse than Darth is you could probably say Thanos, because he killed multiple planets half off. So he had almost half off. It probably outweighs the death count of Darth Vader. But Darth Vader and Thanos has way more than Freddy does.
But maybe that planet that he blew up, Eric, they were all bad people. We don't know.
Yes, Darth and Thanos caused. Yeah, actually, Thanos didn't cause extinction. He killed half the people so they could be rebirthed.
Maybe Darth Vader was doing the same thing. Maybe Darth Vader was trying to get rid of all the riffraff and scumbags so they could have a new chance at life. We don't know. They've never finished. They never won. Because the two old ladies that were kissing at the end of the Star Wars final series, they won.
Yeah.
So who actually won?
Yeah.
Who really wins in war? Who was the victor? And who was the bad guy? And who was the good guy? I don't know anymore. I bet those guys at the Death Star got blew up.
Tony, that's a good point too, Tony. Thanos only killed half the world, so he's not as bad as Darth. Yeah, that's a good point.
Every bad guy has a good lighting.
Technically, nerdy wise, if you go into the comics, Thanos killed half of the planet, not to have the planet to regrow itself. He killed half the planet for death. The character in the last Thor movie, the Thor's sister, he actually was killing half the planets for her as a gift, so she would like marry him. So technically, in the comics, he was doing it for love. He was killing for love.
Let's spin it like this, because fuck it, we're already going in a weird direction. Let's spin it like this. The Avengers, though, went back in time. And when they went back in time, they went to a new timeline. You don't go back to the same place. So when they went back to a new timeline, the Thanos that they met in the other dimension, he could have been worse. He was a different Thanos, and this one was like the green light on fucking the bottom like we have here in this place. So it was the opposite Thanos, which made him even worse. So they went ahead against the fucking worst Thanos. So maybe by jumping timelines, Eric, you have an even worse Thanos. So which Thanos are we talking about? The one in the regular timeline, they only killed half of the people? Or the when they went back in time and met the other Thanos, which killed his fucking daughter? I'm just playing with people now. I'm really fucking things up.
I thought he did it over population. Yeah. In the movies, he did it for population. But in the comics, he did it for love. He did it to win the heart of death.
Well, maybe he did it for love in the movies too.
That's just a little nerdy talk. Now they're all considered cryptids, monsters, and mystical beasts.
Here we go.
Okay. Now, cryptids, monsters, and mythical beasts. Now, if you think about it, with this kind of a topic, you can actually go in so many different directions because any kind of creature in life is technically could be considered a cryptid, monster, a mythical beast. But the way I wanted to do this is I'm going to share a screen, and I'm going to do this a little differently. Here's an article on the world of cryptids, the most famous mythical creatures of every country in the world. So because Bigfoot is considered a cryptid, no, Sasquatch, the Loch Ness Monster. So I mean, each one of these can be considered its own show.
Yeah,
like we did Bigfoot. So you can say all our Bigfoot shows was technically a cryptid show. So, but let's find out what each country kind of like. What is their number one cryptid? Because that's where this article goes. So I'm going to put this article in the chat.
Yes.
And I know it's so weird how we got here, right? We're talking about how people are putting titles on who's a real critic and who's not. We go from there.
We're having fun. I mean, I don't. I mean, we used to keep it really tight, but now I don't. We don't keep our shows tight anymore. It's for everybody to have a good time and joke around. You bring up some stuff in the sidebar. We'll talk about it. Have a fun time with it now.
It is.
We're at that point now. We're at this point, guys, in this place that keeps fucking having the weird ass things happen. Yesterday, I had 4s popping all over me. Every time I turned around, it was a fucking 4-4 or 4-4-4. I was having a 4 day. I was fucking freaking out. And then Texas Danny comes out with a video with a 4 in it. And I said, I just walked out of the room and take a break. Well, every once in a while, we have these weird days.
Well, first, right out the bat, apparently in Michigan, the cryptids are melon heads.
Melon head.
Okay, so let's get that straight. Now, according to this, an article, the United States is the Sasquatch, which is a hairy forest dwelling humanoid. So right off the bat, in the United States, I guess in the United States, the number one cryptid is basically Sasquatch.
Yeah, Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. You know, good old Bigfoot. So guys, leave our cryptid alone, world. We'll take our Bigfoot and we'll challenge any of your cryptids with our Bigfoot.
Although he is all over the back of this turtle. He's in pretty much Yawa or Yahawa, whatever, in fucking Australia. He's up, the up in Tibet. He's all over the place, man. The madman of the forest in Indonesia. So yeah, but he's our number one. There you go.
Yeah. Now, if you guys look at my thumbnail, you also see some cryptids that I added. I added Tom Hanks. I added Tom Cruise, Paul McCartney, Trump. Oh, there's Bob. Bob's a cryptid. You see down here in the bottom, you see Hillary. There's Bill Gates. Elon Musk is in my thumbnail somewhere. There's a lot of people in here. But according to this, and then you got like North America is Madre de August of Cuba, which is horn, bulletproof snake as fat as a palm tree. Hold on. Let me get an image of this. What the fuck? I'm trying to picture this. What the hell is this? This is Cuba. I want to show Cuba. Okay.
What's a Cuba? What's the cryptid? They have the chupacabra, man.
Well, according to this, it's what I said. According to this, it's Cuba is this. So let me share the screen of a picture of what Cuba's is. This is Cuba. It's basically
the chupacabra. It's a goat bloodsucker, right?
Yeah, it's a snake. What is this?
It's the cigar monster.
The Unicorn Rescue Society, the Madre
runs around smoke.
August of Cuba. So this is their cryptid. It's a Unicorn Rescue Society. What? Unicorn Rescue Society is going to save Bob. So a Union Rescue Society is going to save everybody in Cuba from the Madre de August of Cuba.
Okay, what the fuck is that? The mother of what? So it's a reptile. It's a snake.
Here, let me go. Let me see what it says here. Let me see here. Let's see. It says critical. The major. It's a Madre. Cuba is believed that a mysterious water serpent, the Madre Aquas, is responsible for providing and protecting the fresh water of the island.
Okay, so it's another Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, that's what it almost sounds like.
Which proves that there's tunnels.
Yeah, the Madre is responsible for providing protecting the fresh water of the island, but the serpent is missing, and a drought has gripped the island. Unseen Elliot and Professor Funa fly to Cuba, endeavor to rescue the Madre du Angus. Unfortunately, it tried to kill him. Yeah, so they're looking for this, and unfortunately, this creature is trying to kill them. Well, if it's a snake, I mean, meanwhile, the Smoke Brothers, the Smoke Brothers goons are driving around Havana, dumping pink sludge in the sewers. What? Okay. I guess they're missing the book. This got some kind of a book. So basically, it's a big ass snake. Didn't we have a movie? What's it called? That had a gigantic snake in it. In the water?
Anaconda.
So basically, this is their anaconda.
It's their anaconda. So they have a big ass anaconda. Probably what it is.
The means mother of waters of Cuba.
Okay. Well, thank you, Tony. So now we know Cuba's cryptid. It's a lot of reptiles for people's cryptids. A lot of reptiles. Well, then we did, if you believe in paleontology, that we had a large assortment of reptilian dinosaurs and all that fun stuff. I've seen the bones at Smithsonian. I've actually held them. So I have a hard time not believing it. I'm sorry if people believe it. I've seen the bones. So, petrified.
Yeah. Well, here, according to this, South America is La Tunda, a hag with the power to shape-shift into objects of desire before sucking your blood.
What's up with the blood sucking? Everybody loves to suck blood in all these Latin countries, like the chupacabra. They got the blood sucking.
But if it's a hold on, if it's a shapeshifter, then how do we know what it looks like before?
You don't know what it looks like.
Is that what a vampire is? Here, it's a mythic Pacific Coast region of Cumbia and Esquadra, particularly Afro community. Here, is there? Let me see these images.
Oh, Oh, so it is a vampire. So theirs is a vampire. Their cryptid is a vampire.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm guessing. It's the living dead.
It's another truth drop. A lot of bloodletting, a lot of what they call that the drinking the blood. There we go. Probably gets you all worked up. Drink your adrenochrome blood, whatever. Goes back to the old whenever there's smoke, there's fire. Maybe they scare people and then they tackle them down and drain them.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of blood suckings.
Fake. What's fake? What's fake? This is fake.
Probably the creature.
Yeah, I mean,
who knows? We don't know. They're the ones saying it. It's in the literature. Again, a lot of times, guys, when we play around with the literature itself has a lot of continuity errors. I don't remember this creature. And I've studied mythology in the university. I don't remember this creature from South America. I don't. So
La Tunda Margarita.
A lot of times we like to research these things because not just objects change or whatever, continuity error, whatever, sometimes entire histories and mythology. And I've found out that a ton of mythology has changed. So we're playing with the mythology of these creatures, blood-sucking freaks.
Show shifters are reptiles. Everyone knows that. Rolling my eyes.
Okay.
Agree, Woody.
Thank you. Yes, a lot of the mythology has changed. So we hopefully try to discover something weird that never heard of this vampiric fucking creature. In fact, it wasn't until after 2016 that I've heard so many more vampiric monsters in antiquity. I've never heard so many. Wherever there's smoke, there's fire.
I guess Europe is simple. Their number one cryptid is dragons.
There we go again with the reptiles. See, there's a consistency with reptiles that drink blood. Is it just me here, guys? We got reptiles that drink blood in Cuba, reptiles that are whatever wants to shift to drinking blood in South America. Now, England are Europe, more blood drinking reptiles.
Oh, dinosaurs fake? Is that what you meant? Dinosaurs fake? Oh,
yeah, you could argue that, but I went to university and I've actually held the bones, so that's why I'm not saying it's not. No, don't get me wrong. Everything is fucking fake now for me. Everything. But from what I've observed with my own fucking one eye and hands, I've seen the bones. So, yeah.
I know. The La Tuna, I rather have a margarita than actually La Tuna margarita. Margarita actually sounds good right now.
Does sound good. So England is another leeches.
So dragons. I'm not even gonna pull up pictures of dragons because there's 10 million dragons.
Well, St. George. Now remember, the patron saint, whatever St. George of England is on the flag, and he had killed the dragon. That's how he saved the princess. He killed the dragon, and he became the patron saint of England. He's St. George, the dragon slayer. And of Wales, St. George, the Dragon Slayer.
Boss, you wrote bone of what, though?
Way beyond your fucking education there, fizzy poo-poo. You got to go to you got to go to school for it, and then you got to be submerged, and then you got to go work for fucking, for the museum field, and then, then you couldn't have that counter argument once you've been exposed to lots of those things. I'm not putting you down, but I'm just saying what it is. Smithsonian Institute, I worked there. I worked in the vertebrate department, so I've seen a lot of things.
There we go. Let's go to now the Middle East and Central Asia region is the Turkish dragons.
The Turkish dragon. So Turkey is another dragon.
Griffin, which is a lion with the head and wings of an eagle.
Griffin.
Place.
Yeah. Just the same story as Melusina. Those that know about Melusina, the ancient, all the secret families are supposed to be related to this great Melusina, which is a mermaid. And it's on your coffee cup. In fact, here's a cryptid right here, Eric. Here is Melusina. Oh, hold on, wrong side. See the fish tail? And this is a Starbucks cup. So Starbucks has Melusina, and she is reptile. She turns into a dragon. This is how the mythology story goes. Yeah. And
Well, I'm curious.
popping up.
What I'm pulling up here is a Turkish dragon. What does a Turkish dragon even look like? Looks like a worm kind of a dragon.
Yeah, a lot of snake-ish dragons, more reptilian stuff, which goes back to the ancient bloodline, the RH negative bloodline, which goes back to
I guess that's,
just keep going back.
Yeah, that's a statue in their country.
Yeah, I've been all over Europe, and I'm going to say again, guys, from 2016, I worked at all these museums, I worked at all these different things, and dragons was just something you read in a book. Now there's statues of dragons all over the back of this fucking turtle. There is dragons everywhere. There are patron dragons. There's stories of dragon fighters and dragon slayer. I'm like, when did we ever have a patron saint that fucking killed a dragon?
She wrote, there's a history of cannibalism that has been hidden.
Yeah, well, you got to remember that if you're an RH negative and you got the people that are not
a good question right here. This is actually a good question.
What's that?
I wonder if a Turkish dragon tastes better than a regular dragon.
It probably does. Who knows? We have to go to Turkey and find out. Dragon stories, guys, even in Asia. So we're going into cryptids, but it keeps going into dragons and reptiles.
Gyarados.
You have to look it up.
Grados.
So isn't it unusual for those of you that study the continuity errors in mythology that there are a ton of reptilian-ish new cryptids that are popping up in mythology? So that's one of Eric and I were playing around with cryptids. So almost all of them are fucking reptiles.
Oh, this is Grados.
Okay. Very good. Play with that.
Convert radiance of Las Grandos. My brain's not for math today.
And dragons, I guess. Okay.
Hey, Texas Dandy.
4, buddy. I saw it all yesterday.
Hold on. No, it's a Pokemon. That's what the painting looks like. Oh, okay. She was talking about a Pokemon.
We're looking at mathematical stuff. We're like, Fizz, what are you doing? What do you want to run a math class now? Okay, we'll check it out for you.
Hold on. Pokemon. Hold on.
Yeah, well, another cryptid. When is that going to pop up in antiquity? A lot of these things keep popping up. I'm waiting. Well, I mean, there's dragons now. Well, I mean, big ass, much larger reptiles.
Yeah, I mean,
even guys, even alligators.
That's a good one. Look at Pokemon. Pokemon, you can say they're all cryptids. Pokemon.
Yeah. Alligators, all reptiles have changed. So alligators and crocodiles have much, much longer legs. Just to me, just in my observation, they're much higher off the ground now. They're much, much higher. So you have much, much. I mean, when I was in Indonesia, when I was in East Timor, they were talking about the sea alligator, the big ass huge sea crocs or whatever. Sea croc. I'm like, what? Sea crocs? Huge motherfuckers. Huge. I'm like, when the fuck did these get this big? So reptiles in this antiquity timeline is huge.
Pokemon.
I can see where a lot of the mythology comes from. There's old Pokemon. Where's the tail? Where's the missing?
I have never understood how people went fanatic over Pokemon. I'm serious. I had a friend one time named Sam, and I remember we took a trip to California from Washington here. Actually, I mean, I'm from California, but we went back to California, and he had to go to this one place because they were releasing some new Pokemon toy that he had to have. He had to have this one Pokemon toy, and no offense, Pokemon look like shit.
Yeah, I have a theory.
What was the fascination?
I have a theory. Anthropologically speaking, and I lived in Japan for a while. Eric, I was stationed over Japan. I was all over the world. I was in Japan for a while. the traditionally Japanese women always approach men with a higher voice, like ha ha ha. They have a high voice, which attracts males, like earhole wise. Like, oh, you see me wanna. So all of these Pokemon characters, Pokechan or Poke, whatever the fuck its name is, it has that same voice. It has the same high pitch. I go, oh, well, it's attracting all the boys.
Busy Pop, is that true?
It has that. It has the moshe moshe. It always has that same traditional Japanese style. Females always raise their voice. They were raised to raise their voice when speaking to males. That's how they do. That's how they've done it traditionally. When I hear these Japanime characters, they follow the same tradition, and you can hear the higher voices with these certain characters. And I'm watching boys go, oh. I'm like, yeah, because you're hearing the higher voice.
I have to agree with the long reach one. Using the voice to manipulate men.
Yes, they did it in Japan. I was like,
I have never. This is the first. This is exclusive right here, people. I've never heard this in my life. And you're taking the right spot. No comment.
See, she does the same damn thing. Moshe, and then men go, oh,
I don't know.
Oh. And then you hear the old scratchy American girl go, and then nobody wants to hear that gal. They want to hear the fucking. I'm like, they could look like shit. I mean, they could look like nothing. But you put them in a cartoon character, give them that same voice, and you're like, oh.
I'm with Fizzy Pop on this one. No comment. I don't have a.
I'm just saying from observation, from a non-bias, not putting anybody down, but that's a fact. Jack, that's what they did when I was in Asia. So a lot of the Japanime female characters have a voice. Which attracts all the dudes.
If one of you guys want me to give Bob this aspirin, just let me know.
They draw them with the higher skirts, and it's like the we joked about the Norton Salt, girl holding the umbrella with the mini skirt that's flying up in the front. I'm like, she had a raincoat and big galoshes on, and now she looks like a.
We should rearrange a show where Bob doesn't say nothing, and every time he points to him, he has to go, You sure? Dude, that's a good question. I found this on my table. This is Bob. So,
yeah,
it might not be aspirins. It says aspirin, 75 milligrams.
No, that's acid.
Oh.
Yeah, don't touch that.
Okay.
No, that's for talking to the
guys. I'm learning something every day. So I'm learning that a higher pitched voice is going to attract a man more than a.
Yeah, and it works in Japan, hands down. I've seen it. I've seen the American kids do the same thing. The males are like, oh, I like the sound of that.
Okay. We'll move on to the next one. The rest of Asia, Oceania, is the Chinese dragon.
Chinese dragon, okay.
Followed by the cunning ape-like orange pendek in Indonesia.
Indonesia, yeah, that's the wild man of the forest. There's another. So you got reptiles and you got hominids, which is Bigfoots. So these are the cryptids that represent the country. So guys, we're not just doing random. We're doing the number one cryptid that represents the country. So we've got dragons, snakes. Of course, we got hominids, which is like Bigfoot. And over here, we got another dragon and another hominid. Anybody else?
Just so everybody knows, everybody needs to know, I don't try. That's just my voice.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying. I'm just talking about Japan. I'm not even talking about you. I'm talking about Japan. Poor girl's like, are you talking about? No, I'm talking about Japan. I was in Japan.
Well, this is that orange pennant. Yeah, it looks like a American Bigfoot.
Like an American Bigfoot. Yeah, they're all over the globe. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's ugly. What is this? Chest, no hair?
Yeah, we call them in anthropology. Call them hominids.
Hominids. Yeah. This one's got a little tummy.
Yeah, they're the same thing again with the cryptids that represent the countries. They're a hominid or they're a reptile. If you combine them together, then you have the human race.
What?
Just fucking up.
Orange Pindic Strange Animals Podcast. Oh. What?
Those are orangutans.
These are orangutans. What? I'm like, what? I don't know. Their pictures of what this thing looks like it looks kind of wimpy. I mean, at least our Bigfoot looks scary. I think our Bigfoot would kick their orange Pindic in the ass.
Well, these are like 5-footers, 6-footers, and in America they're like 7 and 8 foot kind of a thing. They're huge. Well, that's what they say. And then over there, they're shorter. When I was over there running around over there doing archaeology, they were shorter. They're told they're talking about being shorter, like a regular guy size. Well, to them, it's tall because Americans tower over the locals in Indonesia, which are short. Yeah, they're about 6 foot, 5 foot, 6 foot.
Actually, I do have a question. I'm curious. Somebody's asked, when will we ever see Fizzy Pop's face? And I do have a question. Not really for Fizzy Pop. The show she's on, Dan's show. Dan.
The way you do that.
Has Dan ever showed his face?
Yeah, he looks like a vato with a headband.
So he has shown his face before.
Well, he's a widow who he acts like a widow, but he's actually a Latino. He's a cholo or whatever. I don't know.
I'm curious. I'm always wondering, because sometimes there's a mystery. You only see a picture, and you kind of you listen to their voices, so you're putting a picture of what you think somebody looks like, because you don't get to see what they really look like in real life. So I was just curious. So Dan has shown his face before. Okay. I didn't know. So, well, Fizzy Pop, maybe you should ask Dan for me on you guys' next live show to show his face for me. I want to see what it looks like. I mean, you see what I look like. I'm an ugly guy.
I'm still here. I'm grabbing coffee.
I want to go back and let's look up the next one here. All right. Now, the Africa is the Nabium flying snake.
Okay, another reptile. All right.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay.
Let's see what their image is supposed to look like of their snake.
So we got another reptile. Oh boy, yay. A hominid or a reptile? Now, I don't remember so many damn reptiles, people.
What's this? Because you've been. Oh, she must be talking to somebody. As long as don't. Because you've been taking. What's this? I showed a picture of me on Paul's show. I wonder why people don't show themselves. Oh, that's a good one too. I don't know what Niall looks like either. Man, it's like a mystery show. What do we look like when we have a cover? Okay, so here we go. Right here, that's a regular snake, but this looks like so these are flying snakes that can fly.
These are snakes that fly.
Oh, Jesus. I tell you what, man. That's snakes with wings. I would.
That's not a dragon at all. That's different than dragons. This is another reptile dragon.
You don't want to mess with a snake, and you imagine a snake that. You know what?
What's that?
This could be a good horror movie.
I would imagine it'd be a good horror movie.
Flying snakes. That'd be a freaking pretty badass snake where somebody finds this flying snake from Africa and brings it over to America. And then this flying snake escapes, and the snake mates with other snakes, makes love to other snakes, and then there's baby snakes, and all these snakes can fly. That'd be horrible, man.
Yeah, that'd be weird. That'd be weird. So we've got snakes on statues. We've got deities standing on snakes. We've got snakes everywhere. We got dragons. You've got people killing dragons. You've got anaconda-ish water drag. Okay, reptiles. More reptiles. This is Africa, right? Is this Africa in one spot, or is this like generally? I mean, how many?
It just says Africa is the. It just says Africa. It doesn't say Africa.
And that's their cryptid. Their cryptid is the flying snake, which is basically a dragon. Yeah. Okay. Let me know if you guys want to hear any other kind of cryptid animals, because these are the ones.
Yeah, and Godzilla versus King Kong is effing up some flying looking snakes in the movie trailer.
Oh shit! Yeah. No kidding. Oh, here we go again. Yeah. Okay, so wait a minute. So we got King Kong coming up. Okay, that's not a truth drop where you have a hominid fighting a reptile. Oh, here we go again with the same mythos. It's all over. And then he's talking about having flying snake. There seems to be a lot of under the mythos theme about reptiles and hominids. Weird. Or not really weird. It's just kind of a truth drop.
That is interesting. I can't wait for the Godzilla versus King Kong. I love seeing monsters fight each other, except the movie Monster Hunter. That was just pathetic. That was different. But King Kong versus Godzilla, yeah, that's going to be an interesting one.
Apparently it happens in Indonesia all the time, because that's their two number one cryptids.
Now apparently these are pictures of some other countries like Canada. Hold on.
What's the
Canada? Canada is a Wendigo.
Oh, the Wendigo. Oh, finally. So Canada's cryptid is the Wendigo. Finally. It's a hominid, though.
Costa Rica looks like a
snake.
Catajo looks like a. We already done that one. And then Belize looks like a witch. Tate Dwund.
I don't know. I have no idea. What
the hell is a Tate Dwund? I mean, it looks like a witch in that picture.
It's obviously a shapeshifter, so we don't know. It's got a top hat. So it's a hominid? It's a humanoid? I don't know. It's either a reptile or a humanoid.
Trinidad and Tobago, a thing on fire.
Okay, it's like a phoenix, like another phoenix, or is it a flower? Without the story about them, we don't know, Eric.
Yeah, let's see. There's a. Yeah, this one does. Hold on.
They don't really have stories on them, do they?
Let's see. Hold on.
I mean, I don't even know what the hell those things are, the way they drew
them. Scripture literally driven by skeletons. Go see to get a closer look. These are a bunch of pictures, and of course, there's Europe, and then most of it is. Oh, this is interesting. What is this one? Look at this one. Look at this picture. Oh, that's Krumpus.
Oh, Krumpus. Well, Krumpus is the goat. He's a cryptid, but he's a mythos. He's a mythos. Yeah, he's the one that hangs out with Santa Claus during Christmas time up in around Germany highland areas. Yeah, Krumpus. We talked about him on Christmas. He's the one that will basically injure you during Christmas time if you're a bad person, as in Santa Claus will give you something good. I don't know. It's weird. He's the bad version of Santa.
Yeah, that's true. And then Greece has got a big bird. I mean it just looks like it looks like just like a big bird.
No, that's another griffin. Yeah, the griffin. That's another griffin. Yeah, that's technically reptile / it's a mix between a mammal and a reptile. So you have a mammal and reptile mix, or you have just a reptile, or you have a hominid and a reptile.
All right, somebody in the chat, tell me what country you're from, and we'll look up these birds.
What's your cryptid animal representing your country?
The chat.
If I were to put money on this, I would bet it would be some sort of reptile.
Crumpoids?
Crumpoids. Yeah. Which is technically hominid because he's a goat man monster.
What's Canadians?
We just did Canada.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Canada was...
What's Russia? Type in Russia, cryptid. What represents Russia as a cryptid?
Let's see here. We go down. Scotland looks like a unicorn.
Oh, Scotland has a unicorn. There's something different.
Well, look. Yeah, a unicorn.
Oh, thank God we got a fucking unicorn. Okay.
Of all countries, of tough sons of bitches, I would think they will be the unicorn ones.
Now, does anybody remember Scotland's...
Oh, here's Ireland.
Scotland's okay.
Leprechaun. Leprechaun's Ireland.
Which is a fairy, I guess.
The Republic, Belgium, Spain, Sweden, France, Germany, Wales, Switzerland.
Dragons.
Italy, England, yeah, a bunch of dragons. Portugal. Portugal? What? Red Riding Hood? Coco?
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Isn't it Coco a Disney movie?
Is Coco a reptile? Coco's a little short reptile. So you've got a lot of mythos with reptile.
My mom is from Nicaragua and Pop's from Puerto Rico, which is Chaparapara.
No, Chupacabra. We talked about that. The Chupacabra.
Ireland has fairies. Yeah. Ireland has fairies. They're leprechauns. Come on, leprechauns.
Fairies.
Did you guys ever see the Leprechaun movie with Julia Roberts? Come on.
They had the Chupacabra in the Central Valley of California where we're from. That was a big...
Here's Russia. Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga. Okay, that looks like a dude or like a fairy or a djinn.
Baba Yaga.
Let's see. Oh, at least we got something different going on here.
Here. We're gonna remove that. I typed in Baba Yaga. Lady Gaga. Here we're gonna look at Lady Gaga here.
Lady Gaga.
Baba Yaga is a Slavic folklore. Baba Yaga, or known as Lady Gaga, is a supernatural being who appears as deformed or a fishish-looking old woman. Well, Lady Gaga does wear a lot of hats. She does cover her face up a lot.
Wait a minute. Now, hold on there. Now, stop for a second. Outside of the bullshit, guys, Lady Gaga, fuck her name, Gaga. She was around with that Russian witch lady. There's a Russian witch. Everyone knows about her. Tony probably knows about that Russian witch gal. I can't remember her name. It is ironic that her name would be Gaga. Gaga, yeah. It would.
Well, according to her, she got the Gaga from the Queen song. Queen.
My ass. She probably got it from this. What is it? Read about it again. What is it? What's the thing? Is it's a what?
It's a Slavic folklore. Baba Yaga is a supernatural being who appears as a deformed, fierce-looking old woman. In Slavic culture, Baba Yaga live in a hut, usually described as standing on chicken legs. Baba Yaga may help her hinder those that encounter her to seek her out. Let's look at images.
That sounds like Lady Gaga. That sounds like Lady Gaga. Did she actually get the name from the mythos? A lot of them get names from the mythos. Look at Madonna. That's not even a real name, but now apparently it is. It's always been a real name. Madonna, think about it. A lot of them have these mythos.
Actual chicken legs. That's funny.
Yeah. So, okay. Maybe she had gotten the name from this mythology, this mythos story. It just makes you scratch your head a little bit. Just a little bit. I mean, we pronounce things differently in America, so it's changed a little bit, but sounds like her.
Where did Lady Gaga
Get
get
her name.
her name from?
She's gonna be from Queen.
She took the name Lady Gaga from the song Radio Gaga by the rock group Queen.
Okay. Maybe. Or she got it from the, since they all seem to follow astrology and they're all into the same little thing. Also, she's an RH negative people, by the way. Yeah, same with a lot of those stars, and a lot of them are RH. We need to do a whole show on celebrities that are RH negative, and she's in that list. So she thinks she's something else, and she borrowed the name from mythology, I think. That's my guess. Ladies ain't telling you that. They always tell you something stupid. I got it from the name of the song from Queen. No, you didn't. You took it from a fucking mythology character. Obviously.
Well, let's see here.
Gaga.
Poland, Bulgaria. Let's see. Some of these look exactly the same.
Well,
look at this dragon. Look at this. Is like three-headed.
Oh.
Three-headed Balor.
Well, what is the so the Bible has a dragon. You should type in cryptids in the Bible. There's a 7-headed dragon in the Bible. There's unicorns in the Bible, which is Scotland. So Scotland's in the Bible. Oh, also, guys, I want you guys to know that bagpipes are now in the Bible. If you guys know about bagpipes, I used to think they came right out of. I'm wrong. I thought they were strictly strictly Ireland and Scotland, but apparently they were all the way back to the Jews were playing bagpipes nowadays. I'm like, huh?
Cryptids and the Bible.
But they're in the Bible.
Leggy Bible snake found.
Okay. So they've got these dragons. How many of these monsters? Bible, yeah, yeah. Is it
real cryptids of the Bible?
What are they?
Let me see. Without images, let's go to all. Let's see.
Let's find out how many of them are in there, and we'll see if we can line them up to what we have here for the countries.
It's a book on Amazon. That's not the one. I'm not gonna go to Amazon and buy a book. No. Monsters Real, Cryptids in the Bible series.
Oh, god damn it! Those are all ads.
I know. Cryptids in the Bible. Leviathan is described in the book of Job. Was terrifying creature that would all be
reptile.
So that's supposed to be in the Nile crocodile.
Okay, reptile.
Whenever Luke could give in the rise of dragon that were so in ancient culture of the World War.
Reptile.
They're all dragons.
They're all dragons. Okay, here we go with all the. You can't get away from the reptiles, man. You can't get away from them. Can't get away from them. I'm sorry, guys. Our cryptid show is all about reptiles. We should have just put cryptids. Reptile represents each.
The Russian wasn't a reptile. That was
Lady Gaga. They have that's their myth. That's their mythos.
It was Lady Gaga. So Russian Lady Gaga.
Yeah, which
Who is the creature in the Bible? In Revelation 4:6-8, 4 living beings, Greek, are seen in John's vision. These appear as a lion, an ox, a man, and an eagle. Much as Ezekiel, but in a different order. They have 6 wings, whereas Ezekiel's 4 living creatures are described as only having 4. So a man so we're men. So men are cryptids?
I guess they're all one creature. All blended together. I mean, that's a dream. Now, let's not take it seriously. It's allegory, but it's just this dream. You have to translate it yourself, but it's pretty much like a griffith. It's just one creature combined everyone together.
Ooh, this stuff's getting deep. Who created God?
Oh,
A common challenge in the creator who explanation of the universal question: Who created God? Some faith traditions have such an element as part of doctrine. Genesis opposes that the universe is eternal, has always existed. Oh, okay.
yeah, I ain't touching that one with 10-foot.
I know. I mean,
during the apocalypse, man.
well, you got to believe in it first, and then I guess if you believe in it, you got to understand all of it. And Monsters of the Bible by Dr. David McDonald. Yeah. Monsters of the Bible. Oh, these are all like passage.
Yeah. Okay. So pretty much it says reptiles. Anyway, the whole damn book, or unicorns, or any other kind of a griffin, mostly reptiles.
Yeah.
So it just seems to me in a lot of antiquity now we deal with the dragons and reptiles and more reptiles and snake flying reptiles and then hominids and reptiles, and there seems to be an undertone there going on.
Well, actually, I don't know about you, but seeing all this is making me more excited to watch Godzilla versus King Kong because we get to see all the cryptids.
Yeah, just the two of them.
Yeah. Who will King Kong and Godzilla fight in the new movie? In the new movie,
Mothman gonna fight Mothra. Mothra.
Let's see here. Let's get rid of this.
Turtle. And find a big ass turtle monster. Same shit. They come out of Fukushima.
Let's see here. Who showdown? There's gonna Godzilla versus Kong.
That's dangerous because Fukushima is
in the old one. I mean, the movie hasn't come out, so they're probably gonna keep it a surprise of all the creatures they're gonna fight. Because everybody knows in this movie they're going to fight each other, but then something is controlling Godzilla to do damage, and they're going to have to team up to fight who's ever doing it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Who will win the fight between Godzilla and King Kong? However, this isn't the first time these two beasts have come to blows on a big screen. Yeah, there's another one. That honor belongs to the 1962 Japanese movie King Kong versus Godzilla, and while that particular story ends on somewhat ambitious note regarding who was victorious, it was later clarified that King Kong was the victor.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
okay.
I mean, if you're going for money, I mean, technically, King Kong is an American and Godzilla is there. Yes. So if you're going to try to please the Americans, I guess you're going to make Godzilla win. I mean, King Kong win. And I guess if you're on the, east side of the countries, they'll probably have a different ending where Godzilla wins. Wouldn't that be neat, really? To have two different versions, right? Make one for America, make one for Asia, where King Kong wins and you have Godzilla wins, and we get to watch them both with a different ending.
I think what it is, this is just me fucking around, by the way. I think what it is, Eric, the bottom line is it's the RH negatives against the RH positives, which are the hominid land people, and then you have the aquatic ape against the land ape. It's the aquatic ape, which is the reptilians, against the land ape, which is the hominids, the gorillas and stuff. And so that's the division. That's the secret war that's going on. This means absolutely nothing. What are you doing? What the hell are you doing? I think Eric's on the phone. I think I got an emergency phone call.
No. My phone kept ringing with this one number, and it just keep calling, and it's like, well, who are you?
Maybe it's the CIA.
Yeah, it's like,
or the Chinese. I think it's the Chinese. I think it's the Chinese that represents that they worship the dragon.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, goddamn, if you don't if it's important, leave me a message. Godzilla versus Mothman. Yeah. Mothman plays head games. So hey, maybe it's Mothman who's controlling Godzilla to be where they need King Kong to protect America. So Mothman might be behind it.
Yes, it's cryptid, but it doesn't. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh God, what was the name of that big ass dragon monster thingy that they fought one time? It was like a red one that the Godzilla fight. I can't remember the name of that one. It flew too.
I think Godzilla
and King Kong were
Mega Godzilla. Plenty of clues in the trailer. Mega Godzilla.
Mega Godzilla. The robot. There we go with the AI. So we've got the AI reptilian
involved. Yeah.
Yes, no longer reptilian and reptilian AI. Ooh, maybe the AI that's running everything is reptilian.
I mean, yeah.
Another truth drop, man.
Yeah, look at that.
And Mega Godzilla. See, it's being run by reptilians, but smaller versions. AI reptilians.
That's a good point.
Why not?
That's how you mix in the Matrix, right? You bring in a robot. Artificial
what if the AI is maybe the AI is being built by reptilians since it's so dominant in everything right now? Again, we're having a good time. We're just doing random research ourselves. I'm mocking it and playing with it because I'm getting so fucking frustrated with the volume of reptiles and reptilians and dragons since 2016 to present. I have just never seen so many in mythos. I just can't stop just laughing at it. It's dominant. It's the dominant mythos. It's dragons and reptiles and snakes and whatever. God damn, what does that say?
Yeah. So
it says that King Kong's gonna have a hard time fighting this one. That's what it's saying. The land ape's gonna have a hard time fighting the aquatic reptilians. That's what it's going on.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Now, guys, what's this? Remember the end credits of Godzilla, King of the Monsters. The head of King Ghidorah is savage. Oh yeah. There's an extra scene in that movie. Can King Kong swim like Godzilla? I don't think King Kong can swim.
No.
Good
question.
No. It is a good question because King Kong has to travel by boat.
Yeah, he can't.
You have to knock him out.
Yeah, I don't think gorillas could swim. Some primates, well, we can, but I don't. He can't swim. But apparently, all these other reptiles he's going to be fighting can swim, so he'll be fighting in the city of Tokyo for sure. Hopefully, he destroys it. I used to live there. It's a cool place to destroy.
Now, everybody in the chat, this Friday, we're going to be breaking down the 3 Matrix movies and try to make our guest on what the fourth one's going to be about. Now, I do have one person that is coming on for sure.
Yes.
A person that does another channel he calls himself Matrix Decoded.
Yes.
Is going to be coming on, and a friend that we used to have on this channel called Neo Matrix is going to try to come on himself. So we might have 2 people who are fully involved. I mean, they know the inside out
of the Matrix trilogy,
of the Matrix stuff. So we're going to be breaking it down towards like our point of view, but 2 people that really take it to a whole new level.
Yes.
And I'm curious on, what are their thoughts of what the 4th one, because the last Matrix, the ultimate sacrifice, by Neo, but now he's back, and now it's like there really wasn't a sacrifice, unless I'm curious to hear what their meaning is. Is the meaning of this new one have any meaning of what's going on in our world? The truth drop hits like the other ones are. So it's going to be cool to see what their point of view is, and is, I'm curious if these two, in some ways, think that we are living in a Matrix world now. Like Bob said, it's perfect. Bob says it perfect. We're not living in a Matrix world. We're living in a comic book world.
Living universe.
But it's always cool to hear other people's an opinion. So it is going to be deep into Matrix stuff, not just the movies. About the relation to the world, and what the hell are we expecting from this fourth one? Are they going to throw out everything on the other three and kind of just like ruin, like the franchise? I mean, they kind of did it. They kind of did that with Star Wars in a way where you killed off the Emperor, and then last three, he's alive. So it kind of throws off the whole Chosen One storyline that the man has to go through killing billions and billions of people to come to the light to kill an emperor, finding out that no, he's not dead. Somehow he survived. He's living in a cave on a rock, in a cave. Is the Matrix 4 going to be kind of like that, where out of nowhere the machines are winning all over again? And then somehow they bringing back Neo some ways. Or
he's a sacrifice. He was a human sacrifice. That's what people like. People, especially the Christians and everyone, and everyone loves a human sacrifice. So.
Yeah, Texas Danny, you're right. The classic Star Wars is the best.
Best.
They kind of. I'm not saying ruin the series, but they never give an explanation on how the Emperor survived a thing that got blown up. Give me a good explanation, because you fed us that Darth was never that bad. He saw the light. He asking for forgiveness for killing billions of people to destroy this evil thing, that finding out that he's not even dead. So all that storyline for that was all for nothing. Is that what we're going to get out of the Matrix?
Yeah. We don't know. Everything is so, I don't know. Everything's on top. Everything is upside down. So it's your guess as good as mine on this, the new Matrix 4. We'll see what happens. I'm laughing at everything now. Everything. Again, we did not start off with this show intending to have just reptiles. We were just numb. Everybody's number one cryptid is a reptile.
Snakes, dragons, except in America. In America, we're Bigfoot. We're the difference.
we got a
Sasquatch people here. We're real people here in America. We're getting reptiles. We got monkeys. Big monkeys. So that's why King Kong's going to kick Godzilla's ass. Right. Because we're going to say, fuck all you reptiles and all these other countries. King Kong, the monkey Sasquatch.
It's about the West against the East in a movie battle. That's what that whole thing. It's a secret subliminal against the West against the East. Kind of like America against China, which is in everything and controlling basically everything.
Yeah. And basically Canada... No offense to Canadians. Canada is our country. Canada's part of America, if Canadians like that or not. So they're Bigfoot people too.
Yes.
Yeah. So Canadians, you're like us. Monkeys rule. Apparently we all came from monkeys anyway, so it's perfect. It's perfect. And everybody else came from radiation of reptiles.
Reptiles, yes. Yeah, one half from reptiles, the other half is a war against reptilians against the hominids. Vertebrates. There's reptilian vertebrates against the hominid vertebrates, I guess. I don't know. Whatever.
Canada.
Apparently, that's what's going on.
We tricked you. America is our country. Oh no. Canada's ours. It's ours.
Well, no. Well, I mean, I'm the king of England for reals, though, and so technically, I got England. So America is my home, and then Canada's part of England. So Eric, we got.
I love Canada. I love Canada, and I'm hoping that it's open up by November, where I can spend my next anniversary back on Victoria Island or Vancouver Island, Victoria City, whatever you guys want to say. But hey, like Texas Danny always says, hey, we're the monkeys.
Right.
Yeah, that's our song. We're the monkeys.
There's a true drop right there.
So guys, beyond that,
yes,
come back Friday.
And we're battling the.
Oh no, you're saying something? So everybody come back on Friday. We're gonna have we're gonna have one guest for sure. We might have two, and we're gonna be talking Matrix crap. Woo! No monkeys in that one. Or maybe there is going to be a monkey showing up in the Matrix movie. All we know that Godzilla or King Kong might show up in the Matrix movie. You never know. There might be a monkey in the Matrix 4.
Yeah, Agent Smith is actually a reptile. Yes.
Yep. So beyond that, guys, we'll see you later. We'll see you on Friday.